being stripped.
No, it's gonna look so good. So, do I only just, I just put the one layer of this in, on?
Well, you could put two. Make it, you know, the best, but anyway, your lunch is ready.
Alright, I have to put the brushes in something.
In my room, that's not right.
Beans! Beans did. That's me. Okay, sorry about the echoey sound on the video, but I've pretty much finished the first coat of undercoat. I'm not sure if I should just leave it at that. Just the one layer of undercoat and just put the main coat on top of that. But as expected, there are some bits I missed with the filler. I did pretty well actually, and some of the micro cracks I've actually just filled up with paint. Like the paint's just filled in the crack, which is great. But down here, there is a nail. So I'm gonna have to pull that out before I paint it. And this is the spot I missed. This is the spot I missed. So I put the cork here, but then, didn't put it in the rest. And as you can see, it's a little loose plaster in that gap, and I don't want to just paint over it. I'm gonna fill that in, and that'll have to wait before I paint it. But that's essentially, well, oh, right, yeah, down here. I've got to flip these over and then do the tops, the bottoms, I think. But yeah, that is it. And it's taken ages. All the cutting in and everything. So many like nooks and crannies. So now I'm gonna start on the door. So the frame bit around the edge, I'm gonna give it a sand because I don't think I sanded it. When I feel it, it still feels really quite rough where the old paint was. But this, sanded the door down, so that's ready. But yeah, we're gonna prime this now. Well, sand it and then prime it. So it's gonna be, all the woodwork's gonna have its first layer on. It's gonna be amazing. So you might have noticed I've left this here as is. And you can see it has some sort of wash on it, kind of like a greeny paint. See, like a, I don't know, a gray green paint, which I want to preserve. So you see around the edges where I've put the filler, and down here, I'm gonna try and color match the paint from here and go around all the edges, the whole thing, and just cover up where I've had to put the filler to stop the draft coming through. These are tongue and groove, so these cracks are fine. There's nothing coming through there. Well, it might be a little bit, but whatever. And yeah, match this paint. It's the same with the shutters. The other side is the same color. I'm gonna preserve that as much as possible because I quite like it. It's got the old paint, the old texture. And yeah, I think it's worth preserving that. Also, I didn't fill down in this crack here. You see that? It looks a bit rough. I'm gonna fill that in and sand this. I forgot to sand this bit before I paint over that as well. And I might actually fill all the way around the window. It looks like there was something in there, but it's kind of like coming out. It's dried up. So I might go all the way around the window as well. But yeah, I'm super happy with the progress we've made. Got a bit of paint on the floor, but never mind. The floor's gonna be sanded. I just realized the walls look so terrible. I've still got to try and take this bit of wallpaper off because I kind of want to preserve it. But yeah, they look so bad. But soon they're not. I'm gonna give a paint. Right, okay, so Mum actually scraped all the paint off this. I've got some little nails, a claw hammer and some wood glue because there are a few repairs on the door. So I forgot that up here there's a bit of wood that's a little bit loose. I'm going to glue that and nail it back down, and obviously this bit. So, do you know about down here as well? There's a little bit of this coming away a little. I might just put a few nails in there. And I think there was that nail I had to pull out down there on the window. And there's a little bit of wood loose on one of the shutters as well. So just some minor things to fix before I can paint the door.
to Scarborough Fair. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Tell her to make me a Cambridge sugar. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Without no seams, no needles, then she'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to find me an acre of land. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Between the salt water and the sea strand, then she'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to whip it in a secret of leather. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And together it all in a bunch of heather. Then she'll be a true love of mine. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. She once was a true love.
It's so different.
The door was painted.
Cut that, it's horrible. Got no sandpaper here.
Can't have too much sandpaper.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Ooh,
Coming down now.
I suppose, yeah. Why not? Okay, I'm out in the garden and I thought I'd film this because something definitely fishy is going on here. So I've noticed something is digging in the beds. Look, there's definitely been commotion in here. Look at the size of that onion. Look, compared to my hand. Crazy. But I was just looking up again tonight and I was like, what on earth has been digging in these beds? Look at this mess. And I have a look down here and look. This is the second time I've seen berries in the bed. Are they hawthorn berries? Weird. Who's put those there then? Because the other day I noticed some hawthorn berries over here where the corn is, which is doing beautifully. We've got some lovely cobs, but look. Squashed berries and little poos. Little poos. And yeah, these berries, look. On here. There again. Any ideas, anyone? What bird is... It's obviously a bird. Who's been doing this? Look, more. Berries. Hawthorn berries. Why? And there's poo. There's some bird has been like burying berries. We're gonna have trees growing in the bed. In our vegetable beds if they keep doing this. I have no idea what bird's doing this. I can see quite a few berries. Look, bits of berries. Weird. What do you think, Beanie? Huh? What's burying berries or pooping them out? I don't know. Anyway, look, sunflowers. So pretty. Oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous. Finally, after all this time, they started to come out. They're amazing. I've got to pick some more pickles actually, which I'm going to do now, and we really have to pick some of these onions because they are magnificent in size. Absolutely crazy. Probably overdue, but they're fine in the bed. And I noticed something else over here. Look at this. Look at this mess. Manure has been dug out of the potato pots. Who has done that then? Oh my goodness. And you can see the potatoes have had it. They are finished and we have been eating them. We've been harvesting them. And the baby ones that that we've taken out, there's these little tiny potato. My hands are... I've been working in my bedroom. So covered in stuff. But I've been putting the baby ones back in the pot. I'm putting a layer of fresh manure. Well, not fresh manure. Fresh from the rotted heap of manure over there. Putting them back in, and I've actually put some of the plants back in because they had little baby potatoes. Baby potatoes still stuck to them. So I'm thinking, the thought is that we'll just leave these pots here to do whatever. And next year they will grow back up with potatoes. It's an experiment, but the whole pot thing is an experiment to begin with anyway. But next year the plan is to make a bed somewhere, maybe one of the raised beds, maybe not, full of main crop potatoes. We want some big juicy potatoes to make like baked potatoes with. And of course we've still got these two beds here that have nothing in them. We haven't got around to doing it yet. We actually sort of ran out of things to put in the beds, mainly because we just didn't sow enough in time. It was a big undertaking and a lot to expect. We built this entire garden from absolutely nothing, so Beanie just slipped over. But yeah, the midges are eating me alive right now, so I have to go. But it would be great to be able to fill these beds up at some point, and maybe we can fill them with something like lettuce or maybe some radishes. I think we've got some leeks growing. So yeah, it'd be nice to put something in them at least. There's still stuff we could plant now and harvest in the autumn, so... But everything is growing absolutely magnificently. But the corn, I don't know, the corn seems really short. I mean, it's growing and it's got cobs on it. You can see here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cobs on this tiny little corn. But the bigger corns don't actually seem to have many on them at all. There's like 1. There's literally 1 on this entire plant. I mean, that is quite disappointing. But the ones that we sowed from seed have got more than 1 on. But see how this is really tall and no cobs? Just like 1, 2 at the bottom on that one? I don't know. And the beans are starting to do really well now. They are obviously growing. They've got lots and lots of flowers on them, so we're hoping for some beans. I don't know if any have actually started growing yet. I haven't had a proper look. But we've got the... What are these? You call them pumpkins. Yes, baby pumpkins. And we've got 2 on the go here. This one's growing quite quickly actually. And we've got a few more flowers, female flowers here. Although we need a male flower for them to pollinate. There's one there, male flower there. So hopefully I can use that to pollinate these 2. It's a very small plant, but you know, it's growing. And that's the main thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go and harvest some pickles. Look at the plants. They're massive. I need to tie them up. They've sort of started to flop a little bit here. But they are producing so quickly. They just have dozens of baby pickles forming on them. Look at that tendril. Isn't that beautiful? The pattern. Yeah, so if we go down here, you can see this pickle here that I spotted before I missed it. I need to get that. Delicious. We have loads of pickle. I've pickled loads of gherkins now. And look how amazing all the basil's growing as well. We're going to make some pesto. Very excited for that.